Really, bro. Hold on. I went a whole 20 minutes without noticing that my mic was turned off. That's why I need people in my chat telling me, hey, I can't hear you, bro. Okay, so you know what? It is what it is. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm just gonna think out loud. I'm just gonna look at these charts and think out loud. Hey, and you know, you either like it or you don't. You gotta hit that like and subscribe. You know, if you can hear me now, hit that like button. Yeah, that's cool. That'd be cool. I can't believe that. I still can't believe that. All right, so what I was saying, and so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just go over what I've already gone over. All right, so we're looking at a standard Bitcoin chart right here. What I mean by standard, it's regular. It's not in log scale. So log scale looks like this, where all you see is nothing but up and to the right. Never mind this. Let me take that away real quick. Okay, so you know, this is the log scale. This is Bitcoin's inception all the way to now. Actually, I'm on Coinbase, so that's not inception. Let's go ahead and look at my Bitstamp chart that I have here. All right, so this is log scale. You know what? Nobody cares about this. Nobody cares about long term. We want to know what's happening now, right? That's what we want to know. So let's go back to Coinbase and let's look at Bitcoin. Like I said, we're just chilling, so I don't care. All right, so if you have any, follow me on Twitter. Go to Twitter, look up Lunar Beaches, at Lunar Beaches. That's me. Get on there, message me or type on the, send me a, what am I trying to say? Tweet at me on the thread that I just posted, or on the thing that I just posted, whatever. You know, give me some ideas. If you want me to go over some coins or something that that you like, I'll do that. And today we're just chilling. If I don't know one, I will give it a brief look on here. We'll go to CoinMarketCap. We'll give it a brief look, and yeah, we'll see. I'll give you my opinion on it as far as I can. And I'll show you some other sites that you can look at, that can kind of give you a good idea. So, basically, I'm just going to try and teach you a few things today, especially if you're a noob or you're just not much of a researcher, you're just more of an investor or a internet memer culture type of person. My music might be a little too loud, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. So yeah, hit that like, subscribe, all that. All right, so I'm gonna look at Bitcoin. So as you can tell, ever since what is this? Ever since the beginning of 2020, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna throw this out of log scale because I want to be able to. There we go. All right, so this is the 2018 bull run. We're on the weekly Bitcoin weekly chart, as you can tell. I'm gonna go full screen here, get rid of all that noise over there. All right, so as you can see, we had a run up here, 2017-18, and then we had this depths of despair, basically, and then we came up and had two crazy runs. Now, what I don't understand is why people expect things to go up higher when they look at this in this perspective. Too many people get caught up in the log chart like this. Like people are just like, oh, it's just up and to the right. But they don't. If you're not looking at your regular chart, you're not gonna have a good grasp of what's going on. Okay, and because this is gonna show you a lot more where value is placed. I mean, a log scale can do that too. I love the log scale, use it all the time, but I really like this one also. So, interchange, everything's interchangeable. All data is good data. We going through the different time frames, all that stuff. You can get bogged down in bad data, or if you get stuck using something that continues to fail you because either you don't understand it or whatever it is, then you need to just get away from that and try something new. So if you're a trader, what I'm saying is, if you're a trader and if you're constantly failing at trading, you should try something new. You should try a new strategy or stop trading in general. Okay. So first thing I want to take a look at right here on the Bitcoin price chart, because Bitcoin is what's going to determine the rest of the market. We all know this. So, and I want to look at this candle right here. So what this candle is it's setting up as a hammer candlestick pattern, candle, I should say. And what that means essentially is that with a hammer, that means you have a long shadow one way, a shorter shadow the other way, and then you have tight price action. And to be more specific on that price action, to show if it's a valid hammer candlestick, you take your Fibonacci, you draw from the lower end to the, or I should say, you draw from the long shadow to the short shadow, and then there you go, you do that, and then you look inside this zone between 0 and 38.2, and if your candle body closes within that zone, if it closes with between the 0 and the 0.382, that means that this hammer candlestick pattern is valid. That's a valid hammer candlestick. Jesus. Okay? So, now you might be asking, well, what is that? What does that mean? So, most simplest terms, and you should always view charts like this, okay guys? You should always view charts like this. You should always view them as buyers and sellers, okay? This is buying. Let me go ahead and change that green so that makes sense. This is buying. This is selling. This candle. Green, buy, red, sell. What that means is that you've got sellers coming in here and you've got buyers coming in here, and they're meeting at currently at this price right here. So all price action is being done between these two arrows. Let me go ahead and make this one white so you can see it. And change the visual order so you can really see it. All right. So price action, you can see the line right here. This is buyers and sellers. And they're going back and forth, trading the price of Bitcoin, how they value it. So what that means is that price had fallen. It had fallen all the way down here, and then buyers stepped in and bought all the way back up to here, right? And what that shows is that you have strong buying pressure coming in right here, right? Same goes right here, same goes right here, and here, and here, and so on. So the reason, this is why the hammer candlestick pattern is typically a reversal candlestick. So, and what that means is that price action will reverse. See, a previous trend is down. What that means is the price action will reverse back up to the upside. So that's what that means. That's a reversal. It's typically a reversal candlestick, and we can see that example from just the candlestick from 2 weeks ago. Oh, I drew that the wrong way. No, wait. Yeah, I drew that the wrong way. And you can see this right here. This candle right here. You go from the long wick to the short wick, and then you take a box. Let's take a rectangle. Make sure we got between. That's why I've got my 0.382 highlighted also. The 0.236 can be critical at times also, but 0.382 is what we're looking at for hammers. And we get in. What do? We have a candle body close inside that, and then what happens? So if a candlestick pattern is a reversal pattern, and we were going up, and then we came down, and then we closed down in here, and we closed inside that 0.382 to 0 zone, well, that indicates to me that once this has a pullback, we can even go and look at the daily time frame on this, but once that had a pullback, it's probably a good time to short sell, to short this position right here, because that is indicating that there's strong sell pressure coming down, especially right here. Like if you're not out right here after these two long wicks, and then price action starts to fall down all the way down here. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, like a candle reversal pattern or candle hammer is typically a reversal. What happened? Price came up, and then it came all the way down here. And now we're developing another hammer candlestick pattern. I don't know why I can't say it. I can't say it. A hammer candlestick. Yeah, we're creating another one, and it's green, and it's got even bigger buy pressure coming in here, and I think that bodes well for the coming weeks for Bitcoin. I really do. But let's go ahead. Let's zoom out a little more. Let's go to the monthly. Monthly is kind of not there. Let's see. This way, we are not inside the 0.382. What if we went the other way? No, not inside the 0.382. It's not a hammer. So this is actually more of, it's more of a spinning top. Which I believe spinning tops can either be continuation or reversal. It just means that there's indecision on price. My only issue specifically is all of this sell pressure compared to this little bit of buy pressure. So there's clearly been more, in the last month at least, more sell pressure than buy pressure. However, the candle's green, which means buyers have stepped up. We did come all the way down here. Now this monthly low is really the lowest that we got because of a, you know, Russia invading Ukraine. You know, that's that's how far we got after that news. So I mean, I don't know. I think especially, so let's just go ahead and throw up the VPVR on here, right? So I think, actually, I'm going to go back to the weekly so we can see a little bit more data in here. So what we can see on here, this is the volume profile of the visible range, and basically what that means is that you can see the volume from each price level instead of from time frame. So down here, this is your volume that is based off of time, how much volume happened in a day, but why do we care about that? I mean, yeah, we'd like to see it tick up. That's always good, but I'm more interested in these levels over here because these can indicate, you know, certain supply and demand zones. So this would be a demand zone, it looks to me. This looks like a supply zone for sure, because every time we get up in it, we did kind of, you know, we got out of it a little bit, but it was immediate turnover right there. Sorry. Yeah, so I would consider this like a supply zone, and then we got your demand zone here with the point of control dead center on it too. So there's a lot of value. People value Bitcoin between roughly 33K and 40K. So within a $7,000 range, people value it. Golly. I don't know what's going on. By the way, where's my XRP fam? Where my XRP fam at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Huh? You know what it is. All right. So yeah, we're looking here at the weekly at Bitcoin. I think our next point of contention, I think buyers are stepping up. Supply is running low. We do need something that causes people to buy more Bitcoin and crypto in general. We need something because the market's kind of slow right now. And yeah, so all right, let's see here. All right, so yeah, the next level, so you can see this one sticking out like a sore thumb, right? So this will obviously be a point of contention. And then if we can just take our Fibonacci, draw from the top to the bottom here, we can see where these point of contentions land. We do have a box up here in between the 61.8 and 702. And then 70.2, and then also down here at the 0.382, in between the 0.382 and the 50, which makes sense. Those are common levels to be hit. So if we do see a retrace, I think, I click text, cancel, go away. I think we will come up. It's looking like we might set up to do something like this and then roll over. That's what I'm thinking is most likely scenario, or not most likely, but it's a scenario. Well, RSI is weak right now, especially on the weekly. If we go to the daily, we are looking at, yeah, we're still under 50 on the daily, and we're hitting some resistance at that 14 period moving average. So it doesn't look good on the daily, to be honest. But it does look like there's some good buying pressure coming in here. So it's really hard to tell. It is kind of choppy up in this area in general. So we came up here, and usually we can break through areas like this that have low trading volume in these little gaps up here. You see in between these two, and we can get up to, especially to the point of control, because it kind of acts as like a center of gravity, kind of pulls price towards it. So it's interesting to see that it got sold off right here in this 44, 40, 45 zone. Really, a lot was offloaded in that 45,000 range, and that's what caused this dump. But there was a quick dump and quick buy up, and then another quick dump. So this is essentially just market makers playing with us. That's basically what it is. And war, you know, that thing. And this was the big war candle here, or invasion candle, whatever you want to call it. This is the big invasion candle. As you can see, buyers came in and were like, nope. And then it's kind of the same thing happened here. We had a nice long wick, and then it was just kind of just, you know, dig our way out, and then boom, exploded out. We're a little higher now, so maybe that'll help. I know that people, long-term hodlers, which is 155 days or more, I believe, they've been holding on for that number is like astronomical right now. But as you can see in this zone right here, I mean, there's just so much demand in this zone, and there's a lot of supply up in here too. So it just seems like we're gonna range in here for a little while, and who knows for how long. Who knows what this whole, you know, Russia-Ukraine thing stuff brings. We've got talks about Swift coming out, you know, those of us in XRP community have been talking about Swift forever and how XRP will be replacing it. And now we have, you know, some influencers, some big time YouTubers acting like they just thought of this. They just thought of it. They just now thought of this. So that's, yeah, right. Okay. Sure, buddy. But yeah, so yeah, so that's Bitcoin. We'll go ahead and we'll move on from Bitcoin. Basically, I think number go up. There's always a possibility that it could come back down here and test again, of course. Some people are saying it's going to 20,000. I mean, maybe. I even said a similar thing the other day. I don't remember if I have it on a separate chart or not. So it's basically showing, I wish this thing would act right. I don't know what's going on right now. So basically what I did was, if I can find it. So I did some Elliott waves up in here. We got 1, 2, 3. And then 4 back down in here to come back and retest this previous all-time high, because after breakout, we never did that. It's just been pure breakout. So we need to come back down, test this previous all-time high, and then move on out of here. Why did I pick A, B, C, D, E? I don't know. This should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, and that would get us probably to, let's just see, let's throw a fib on it. So these typically go to the 1.618 or 2.618. Somewhere between here and here is where this wave 5 would usually come in. So as you can see, so what I think is we got a little bit too fast. So we had a little mini correction, came up, hit this target here. We're gonna come back down, hit that 20 range, and then finish off this 5 wave structure here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is a bullish scenario. Of course, we could go bearish. I think blockchain backer might be correct in his bearish scenario. Why? It's weird, dude. My allergies. I think he's correct in his assessment that Bitcoin is in a bear market. And the reason I think that is because if we go from time of how long this might play out until we break into a bear market, I mean, we could go, what's a year? I mean, we honestly, no one wants to hear it, but we could find our way coming down here and then climbing back up. And then you're looking at sometime in 2023 for that wave 5 to come in. Maybe not that low. Hold on. So we could be coming down here and then coming back up for that wave 5. And that's a, what is that? 300. Oh, it's freaking out. Sorry. We're live. It happens. Please hit that like and subscribe if you're liking the stream so far, guys. All right. So this is where we are. Okay. All right. So yeah, we come down. We test that previous all-time high, and then we break out. And it took me off a log. I need to put this back on log. There we go. And then that'll give us our 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's your 5 wave grand super cycle structure. I don't know if you consider that. I think a grand super cycle is more like decades. This is just years, but like multi-decades. And this can be like a whole decade or whatever, 5 years, 4 years, whatever it is. So the question is, even though this wave 5 could come in, what if we have a retrace like blockchain backer says, and then we fall down? I think we get caught at the 20 because I think there's a ton of support there. I mean, we came through it. We broke through this area. I think it would hold if we broke through it. If we tried to break through it again, there was just a lot of buying in there, and you can tell from right here, and not from retail. Retail bought up in here, and here, and here, and here. So retail's not in a good position right now. Okay, institutions bought right here. Institutions bought down here and down here, right? And then they bought here and here to get that thing going. Technically we could come all the way down here to 3,000, but I doubt it. I think that there's enough institutional money that we're up here now. This is new baseline for us. Whoops, wrong button. So, sorry. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we could still have like a little bear market and then have our wave 5 come in here sometime in 2023. This is essentially the extended cycles theory, I think. I'm not sure how Benjamin Cowan has his plan out, his extended cycle theory. But typically what you would see, what you're supposed to see, I think, I don't know if it's a rule or a guideline when it comes to Elliott wave theory, but if you take the time between of your second wave, then your fourth wave should fall within that time period. It can't exceed it. So as long as we're inside this time period, so this shows July of this year would be the bottom, just like July of last year was the bottom. And then a lot of people are going to be freaking out because price action's going this way. But what they're not seeing in the charts is this. They're not going to see this support. And then this resistance. And this is kind of a diamond. But yeah. Really drawing shapes on here, guys, just to let you know that just like drawing all these lines and shapes and stuff, you've kind of got to, it really helps put into perspective what it is you're looking at. Because what you're looking at is price action, is buyers and sellers. You're looking at how people like what do you call it, value this currency or a commodity or an asset or a security, whatever it is. When you're looking at charts like this, you're just seeing how other people, and including yourself, are valuing this asset. So you've always got to keep the buyers and sellers in mind when you're looking at charts. And so right now you can see that, hey, we're still technically overall in a downtrend. Now, whether or not we can have a reversal and pop up up here and then come down, who knows? I mean, nobody knows. It's just all about probabilities of outcome. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw myself off the screen here. Any questions, anybody? All right. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at one of everybody's favorites, especially if you watch my channel. Oh, cool. Let's take a look at the XRP price chart. And what I want to do, let's throw on this VPVR here. Oh, I'm not going to go that far back. Let's do from the top right here. What's that going to give us? So we broke this point of control pretty strongly, and we haven't come back down to test it. So I believe this is where XRP Pharaoh, shout out to him, or her. I don't know if they have a channel or not, but they have a Twitter, and he said, or they said, that they could see XRP going down between 25 cents and 33 cents. At the time, I was like, what are you talking about? And that was before I started looking into value area trading. And right now you can tell that there is a large area of value on for XRP down here between this 25-cent to 33-cent range, right? So, and that's ever since the top of the bull run. Yeah. Yep. So now, if we zoom in a little closer and we just look at the past 2 years. Let's look since January 2020. And since the world has changed a lot since then, I don't know if that has any effect on price or not. Now, even in this short amount of time, we can see that the point of control actually has fallen down to 22 cents, basically. So definitely, price definitely looks like it could come back down into this area. We do have a lot of trading in this area, but that barely pushed us up a little, that pushed us up what was from here to here. Well, I mean 386%. So that's a lot. But we're kind of seeing on the weekly kind of the opposite of what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Not really the opposite. I mean, it's just red instead of green, so I would much prefer green. And but this hammer, if it can in 5 hours, if it can close inside this 38.2, sorry, I hit the mic, this 38.2 in this 0, then it could be a reversal. So, because we did come down a lot, but then we did push up a lot, so that's a good sign, especially on the weekly. But we did have heavy pushes down here and here, and I don't know. It just seems like we're getting beat to death at this point in a video game, but eventually it's gonna pop, and I know people have been waiting forever, but the thing is, crypto is still speculative. Let me bring myself. Crypto is still speculative, right? So a lot of it, especially the NFT world, and all that, it's I mean, even in layer 1, layer 2 world, it's all most of the price action over the past year and a half or so has been all hype. It's just been pure hype. Laser eyes, diamond hands, hodl, just and then like we're going to the moon, Dogecoin to the moon. You got your memes, your Shibas, all your Inus, your baby Doge, Shiba, Saitama coin, whatever, and then your safe moon scam coin. You have all kinds of stuff that just gets super hyped up. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here and I'm just like, yeah, this sucks. This nice little pop-up was cool, but this sucks, right? And that's all you can think as an XRP holder and as a holder of many other different cryptos too. It's just like, this sucks. But here's the thing. This is your hopium. There's a reason, most likely, why some really good projects are being suppressed in price. And because even something like Cardano that has had major hype, and it's actually gone on quite a significant bull run that people seem to dismiss once it drops below $1, but it's neither here nor there. It almost feels like the cryptos that are going to be used or that have the most utility are being suppressed, and they don't want whoever they are, maybe the VCs or institutions or governments or whoever, they don't want to have, they want to be able to control these for as long as they can, basically. Because once they get their little tentacles in it and they can buy up the supply and they can basically become the market makers of these utility coins, well, then you're not having stuff just, you know, go bonkers in price. So, which they don't like. They would prefer stability. But with XRP, it doesn't matter what the price is. The price doesn't change enough within 3 to 5 seconds and won't change enough within 3 to 5 seconds to make a big difference whatsoever. So, you know, if you're sending money, if I hit send, and then right now someone in London just got their money, the price didn't even move at all in that time period. Like, it didn't move. We're watching it right now. Didn't move. Been 0.7405. Oh, 0.7407. We moved a little bit. But even if it was like moving crazy, it's not gonna be often. And the value of XRP and how volatile it is, or can be, most of the time the thing is just still. It's just stuck. You know, it only has like certain moments where it just goes and it goes, but and up or down, but that's it. Outside of that, the thing is just flat. I mean, we can throw it off a log scale here, and let's just throw it on the monthly. And as you can see, whoop, it just goes flat, pop up, flat, pop up, shoot down, flat, maybe a little dip here, quick pop up down, and then quick pop up down, quick pop up down. Like, there's not a whole lot going on in here. When we take a look at a good old Bitcoin, there's a lot more going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, yeah, it's still got a little bit of quick movement in there, but it ain't no XRP. Okay, and this is on the monthly anyway, so. Oh God, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. Okay. I don't know why it gets stuck like that. It's really weird. So this is XRP on the monthly, and you're telling me that this thing is done? So we had a breakout of this point of control. Then we came down and we consolidated and accumulated all around that zone for a year and a half, 2 years. And now we're breaking out. And now you're going to tell me that we're going to fall back down to here? No. If anything, we're going to fall down to here. 40 cents. Come back down, test that 40, and then boom, off and away we go. Like this, right here. Like this one. This one's cool. Like this one. Boom. Right there. Cool. Rocket Man. Right? So we're gonna double it up. And we're gonna go to $5. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I did have this big research stream planned out, and it kind of got messed up, so. And nobody's coming and chilling, so I'm getting kind of bored. I can just chart on my own, you know. I can just chart on my own. So I guess that's what I'll do. Either way, I think if you watch the Bitcoin segment, maybe you got something out of this. And then I'll just have to put together a better stream for later. That's it for now. Love you guys. Like and subscribe. I'll see you later.